Interpersonal relationships are relationships that we create with the people around us. We can have relationships with our friends, parents, significant others, etc. Interpersonal relationships can range all the way from intimacy to just friendship. Our family structures really affect how our relationships and how we react in those relationships. The article Family Structure History in Adolescent Romance, written by Shannon E. Canova, Sarah R. Christie, and Kelly R. Reilly, focuses on how family structures affect the way we behave in intimate relationships as adolescents. This article starts off stating the process of dating is comparable to developmental tasks as an adolescent. Young adults have relationships to find themselves and figure out who they are as individuals. So this article then describes that when adolescents have parents that are married or even parents that are divorced, it immediately affects their union formation expectations, which is really, in general, what the children or adolescents expect in a relationship or along that line. It is scientifically proven that children of divorced parents are more likely to have marital problems, and children that are children of happily married people are less likely to have marital destruction. This article also talks about how adolescents involved in step-parent marriages are more likely to have early relationships and marriages. They are also more likely to have unstable marriages. It was also discussed in this article that when an adolescent has parents that don't engage in any sort of romantic venture, or they don't show affection or things of that type of sort, they also have unstable relationships, and they are kind of like rocky relationships throughout their whole lifetime, really, because they haven't witnessed any romance or anything relationshipy up close. It also states that adolescents who are around family violence are more susceptible to being in violent relationships. It goes on further and picks through a little more about specific things such as gender and how these experiences can differ between boys and girls, because girls typically, scientifically speaking, feel more romantically responsible. However, the gist of the article is that as an adolescent, you are more likely to have the relationship types of your parents rather than the opposite. If your parents were happily married for a long time, you are very likely to have a stable relationship, and if you have divorced parents, you might lead in the path of the footsteps of your parents and might have an early unstable relationship or something of the sort. You can see, at least as apparent to me, that it is clear that my family structure will have an effect on my dating life. My parents were happily married throughout high school, and they're still married now, and I've been pretty fortunate with relationships myself, and I do see the pattern a lot in other people as well. So it's just kind of something to think about when you look at your family structure, history, and your adolescent romance.